Any last words? All I gotta do is open this bag. Remember me. A sincerely wonderful good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's stream. My name is DCapNvidia. I'm a video game streamer who primarily plays RPG games. I am also a hobby voice actor and singer, so you'll hear me do one or both those things during the stream. My pronouns are he, they, and today we are playing Reverse 999 with a side of Genshin Impact. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to be playing through two side stories, namely Lopera side story in Reverse, as well as Mizuki's side story in Genshin Impact. And, well, a lot of voice acting for Lopera, but minimal voice acting for Genshin. Hopefully. Like I did hear Mizuki as a voice. I'm pretty sure her story quest should have more voice acting than what we've got so far. Speaking of voice acting, you guys might have seen. You might have seen that on my YouTube channel, I've been uploading the Lantern Ride event. I normally don't upload Genshin content, at least not the ones that I like actually play, because I don't think that I really add too much in terms of like commentary because of like how I'd like to play the game, like get through it slowly, all that jazz. Um, but specifically Lantern Ride, I'm uploading little by little in pieces, bits and pieces, as it's like it's just like a bunch of unvoiced acted parts. So the value I add to those that playthrough is that I'm actually doing like 20 voices. I think the last final number is like 23 voices for that event. So do check out my YouTube channel if you want to see what it'd be like if I'm ever voiced. Albeit, not all the voices are like stellar. Most of them, I think I do a pretty good job, but some of them, eh.
I don't eat them because they're shaped like dinosaurs. I
I
eat
eat
them
'em
because they're fucking chicken nuggets!
Like you're playing Rage for 5 bits in Obby. It's very helpful. Okay, so we go into the main event, which is Test of Thieves. Oh, hang on.
Hmm?
This menu
I
here.
see.
And we're gonna go ahead and get started with the side story. We'll be doing some voice acting. Alright, that's over. 5 days left. Here we go. Enter the jungle with caution and care. Take a deep breath and release your fear. Keep your eyes open, for danger may be near. You should probably go to sleep at some point. Yeah, probably, Nabi. If you end up going to bed, I will see you tomorrow um, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 7 p.m. Wait. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Hang on, wait. Did I put the right schedule? It should be 6 p.m. for you, 7 a.m. for me. 1 second. Let me double check that I put the right time. Yes, I did. Phew. Okay. Yeah, so 7 a.m. for me, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for tomorrow's Dokapon Kingdom collaboration, which is going to be a lot of fun. With Panya. Assuming Panya is available. Yeah, 11 p.m. for them. Okay, so let's get into it. Oh, my boba's here. Oh, the timing.
Sorry, sir, but I respectfully decline this operation.
Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna go get the boba. Yeah, like I said, I'm splurging a little bit. Matcha boba. There we go. And gotta remove the seal on this boba. I ended up getting a small one because though I am doing a weekend stream, it's gonna be a bit longer than our weekday streams. I am focusing on what do you call this? Hydrating with water as much as I can, and not just milk tea. Plus, my appetite isn't all the way back yet, so though I'm able to finally stomach all my food, um, I still have to be careful not to overeat so I don't feel sick. So I just got a small amount of boba here, but a large amount of takoyaki for lunch. This one is a blueberry boba. You can see the pearls at the bottom. Just making the syrup. Okay. And the pearls are a lot smaller. That's why they gave me like a smaller straw. It's kind of strange, but works for me. And the takoyaki as well. Also, I didn't realize that Lopera here would kind of be voiced a little bit, which is kind of cool. I doubt that they're gonna make it so that she's like voiced all the way through, but hey, if she is, no sweat off my back. Okay, let's get into it.
Lopera.
Oh, there you go. Immediately, we're just like, oh, okay, we're on our own. You are already on General Carlos' deployment list, Attendant. They haven't been speaking long, but the young major's throat is already drying up. He's run this conversation 100 times in his head. Wearily, he straightens the stack of lists and briefings in his hand. These people are working with the Apollo's Brotherhood, smuggling weapons, flying to kill Xena soldiers, and attack our outposts. The intel is crystal clear. Am I the only one around here who's completely local? These suspects are just all ordinary people, fishers and boatmen. They have got nothing to do with the Brotherhood. Believe me, I have spoken to General Carlos about your concerns, but he is adamant that our information intel is correct. Then Carlos has a piranha pinecone where his brain should be. When have I been wrong? Tell me, when?
Lieutenant, watch your tone when speaking about a superior officer.
Notice the Major's mouth twitch. He suppresses a disrespectful smile and lowers his voice. Okay, he's in on it. It's just like any other security operation. We snatch up a few suspects, do some interrogations, then let them go if they're nothing fishy. A security operation? This your first day in Sao Paulo or something? If Carlos sends our people in that city, locals will be feeding us all lead by the day's end. And you wait, because when they fire first, there will be Generalissimo Carlos screaming, "It's a riot! It's a riot!"
Lopera.
Lieutenant, orders are orders. I don't have any leeway with our objectives, but I will do what I can to make sure this plays out as peacefully as possible. Besides, you shouldn't need to get your hands dirty. You have your own mission in the city to retrieve someone named Sandro.
What?
What? Sandro? Who is that? They are keeping details on a need to know basis. I guess Sandro had some unpleasant run-ins with the Brotherhood. Zeno wants to find him and bring him back for his own protection, to prevent any retaliation. Need to know? Yeah, I know exactly what I need to know. I know that Carlos needs someone to do his dirty work, and I'm not doing it. Let some other grunt bite that bullet. I'll be in Sao Paulo picking up some propolis verde. Lopera taps the collar in her arm as she flutters off without any hesitation. The major doesn't stop her. He knows he can't, so he returns to the operation notes while rubbing his temples with one hand. Poor scrub. The journey from the base to Sao Paulo is a well-worn path for her, as are the familiar streets that led her to her safe and hidden spot in town. She calms her breathing as she bows, and is met with a raspy radio signal. Hot, sticky dust rises from the Sao Paulo streets and seeps through the cracks of her window blinds, mixed fragrantly with the engine exhaust and the smell of old fruit. Hello?
Molly!
Vera? Why are you calling from an unsecured phone line? Never mind that. I tell you something about Sao Paulo before I set off. Before you set off? What is it, Vera? You're not causing trouble again, are you? That idiota Carlos, the only cause of trouble here. General Carlos? You've mentioned him in your reports. My father thinks... A vague, heavy sound at the other end interrupts the sisters' conversation. Hmm? Yes, it's Lopera. Understood, sir.
Hmm?
Molly?
It's me.
The voice that comes next is deep yet distant, and filled with restrained power, like thunder rolling over the horizon.
Father.
Father, I was going to have Molly tell you. This concerns General Carlos' operation? Yes, I'm aware. The Sao Paulo base already submitted their plans. It's Carlos' paranoia on the rampage again. You can see that, can't you? I have to stop him, Father. If this continues, he'll have the whole city plunged into chaos. Father? The Admiral sounds unexpected. Lopera thought he would be more decisive. In her eyes, stopping Carlos had become their highest priority. You are on the deployment list, are you not?
Of course.
Of course, And Stephanie's calls up her smile like a spider. She knows where this conversation is headed.
Yes.
Then you are refusing your orders? Lopera bites her lip, unable to answer. General Carlos is your superior officer. This does not change, even if he is a fool.
It's a soldier's duty to follow orders.
An officer gives orders, a soldier executes them, whether charging a beachhead or abandoning a position.
But
I can find out what's really happening, Father. I will prove that this intel is wrong. Are you a soldier, Lopera, or a saboteur?
Lopera, if you cross that line, it could be considered treason.
Now it's the military.
what? No, I didn't even think of that.
Treason. The word strikes at her like a bell hammer, ringing through her skull. Her fingers grip the edge of the table lightly, knuckles losing color. It can't be. What is the mission? She sniffs, mustering the courage to continue.
Sandro.
I'm to find someone named Sandro.
Then find the Sandro as instructed. Complete your mission and report for duty. Do nothing else. The name can send her lifeline. A path back into his graces.
Yes, Father. I'll find him.
I will look over your reports about the General. After you complete your mission. Muldir, is there anything else? Muffled sounds come to the receiver as the phone is handed over.
You know he's right, Pera.
Yes, I know. But how long will we keep turning a blind eye to the damage that Carlos is doing? Zeno is as slow to repair his personnel as it is restock supplies. There is no one available to take his post. But I promise I will discuss the situation in Sao Paulo with Father again, when it is suitable.
Nothing appears than a promise awaiting suitable conditions.
Good luck with your mission, Tera.
That wasn't even chapter 1, that was just the prologue. Part 1. A Game of Dice. A sightseeing boat docks along the West River. On the deck, it could be mistaken for depths of the jungle. Excited tourists poke their heads out to look around. For those seeking the appearance of adventure, without venturing too deep in the perilous Amazon, the outer environs of Sao Paulo are a fine substitute. That's right, bring a few photos back home with you. I guarantee your friends back in Europe won't notice the difference. But when all's said and done, this ain't the Amazon. It's as fake as a crocodile pack a popular day. Can't believe I fell for it. Even after he said Hermes secretly buys all their hides from him. The old captain passed the tourist polyester soup with a friendly hand, ignoring such an elegant pronunciation of the name. Ah, crocodile? My friend, if only come to me earlier, I would have never let you be cheated like that. In fact, I know a certain darling individual. In fact, I know a certain daring individual who keeps a few genuine broadside elements out in the rainforest. The kind that can crush a turtle shell with a single bite. I'd be happy to make some introductions. By the way, my friend, you are carrying American dollars, aren't you? So what? Is all this Cruzeiro just completely useless? Not useless at all. It's great for kindling, confetti, even waste paper for your parrot. Just take my advice, friend. Exchange what you have for dollars before it sinks any lower. But don't let those suits at the bank trick you. A friend of mine specializes in exchanging currencies. I guarantee you it's a better deal.
Let me think.
He and his enthusiastic guide have been friends for 3 hours, and at that time, his host even taught him the rules to double-deck canasta. Somehow, his currency exchange proposal began to seem almost credible. However, a face wreathed in bright orange interrupts the tourist's thoughts.
Excuse me, sir. Mind if I speak with Captain Rodrigo for a moment?
Hey!
Hey kid, you lost or something?
Lopera!
Lopera! I didn't know you were interested in seeing my shabby old boat. Are you two related?
Sorry, sir.
What makes you think I'm related to this old picareta?
What a shame. You know, I've always considered you like the violently hot
Headed thought I never had, Lopera. Don't go breaking this old man's heart. Yeah, whatever. Just beat it, kid. Mr. Rodrigo and I have business to discuss. Why don't you go play somewhere else for a while? If you're good, maybe I'll get you some hot cocoa later. It's delicious. Double cream, double sugar. The stuff slides on your throat like porridge. The captain was just telling me about it. You'll love it. Senor, whatever Rodrigo has told you, I advise not to leave a word of it, including anything about his cocoa. Rodrigo rolls his eyes and grins. But why don't you try the grama juice while you're here? It'll perk you up some more than any cocoa or coffee. I... Did you say guarana?
Of course.
Of course. You should check further down the shore. There's bound to be a stall somewhere selling it.
True to her word, there are many stalls bunched on the shoreline, which, not far from the city, serves as a fine spot for small traders to sell their exotic goods at a good price.
Great.
Hot dog! Well, I guess you try something special to the area.
Goodbye.
See you later, Captain. And Miss, find any Goron juice. I'll be sure to bring some back for you. Anticipating the new experience awaiting him, the tourist disembarks in a rush toward the riverbank.
You do realize that you just let a big fish slip away, right? Silly little birdie.
Rodrigo shakes his head in resignation, but his tone lacks any hint of anger. Instead, he opens his mouth into a wide and knowing smile.
I'm tracking someone down. Find him for me, and Xena will give you a lot more than a big fish.
Zeno?
The calm, kind expression vanishes from Rodrigo's face, his brows furrowing with perceptive caution.
I have to find Sandro.
Never heard of him. It is a lie as plain as day, said without any effort at concealment.
Hey!
Really? Rodrigo? That's what you're going with? You know you might just lose the last person in Sao Paulo still willing to trust you. If my intel is right, the last time anyone saw Sandro, he was getting off your boat.
The weathered captain remained silent, squinting, perhaps pondering that maybe Sao Paulo's sun is just too bright.
How about this?
Lopera pulls out a fancy-looking tie from her waist and tosses an empty printed cup on the table, out of the weighted dice.
High or low? Clear or simple? If I win, you tell me where Sandro is.
And if I win? Lopera slams her revolver on the table.
Now you know how much this gamble is worth to me.
Rodrigo offers a stiff smile. Seeing no resistance, Lopera turns the cup over to cover the die. You're up. Lopera pushes the cup towards Rodrigo, indicating with a generous flare that it's his turn to hold the die. Rodrigo sighs, sending his rough fingers over the cup, thoughtfully weighing up the pros and cons of joining in. Why did they have to send you? Carlos couldn't find some other grunt. You got a problem with me? The Apollo's Brotherhood is looking for Sandro too. This is anything but a simple operation.
What?
You think I can handle a few apostles?
The girl's hand grasps the pistol, wagered in their bet, spinning around her fingertips.
They might as well lead the bottles down to Xeno's shooting range. Actually easier. Xeno's got those bottles that fly through the air.
Silly little birdie.
Cool it. There's no place we play with guns. Let's do this. Rodrigo shakes the whole wooden cup. Lopera places her revolver back on the table. After a few blinks of an eye, the cup comes to a clean stop. The die spins with a crisp swirling sound within. Hi. Then I'm low. The cup is gently lifted, revealing the die lying a bean on the table. It's gonna be a 1. Hello. That's low, old man. You see? It's 2. Oh, okay. I hit 2 this time. Lopera happily returns the crystal to its holster, without a hint of surprise. Rodrigo picks up Lopera's knife from the table, rubbing it in his palm. Yeah, it's weighted. Looks like old Rodrigo's luck is as thin as his blood these days. Now the bets. Don't try to cheat on me. Where is Sandro? Rodrigo changes the subject again. I've heard Zeno's gathering troops for a move in Socorro. That true? Carlos es un idiota. The momentary slip of her tongue sears to her brain like a branding iron. How could she let this low-level information trip her up? Rodrigo sighs, almost sympathetically.
This is really bad.
You don't understand a thing, Rodrigo. Now I'm done with you evading my questions.
Where is Sandro?
The hot sound of the southern her spear burns Rodrigo's brow. He blinks at her, weighing his options before giving in to his honor. The Barata's hidden myself well. Follow me ashore and I'll lead the way. I don't need a guide, just give me a location and you can get back to business. Sandro is hiding deep in the rainforest. You won't find anything capybara dummies without me. Besides, I need to make sure the information I gave you won't bring any harm to Sandro. She has dealt with Rodrigo long enough to know better.
Hmm?
I never knew you had such a kind heart, Rodrigo. I'm old enough that I should start going to mass every week, little birdie. Maybe this old bastard ready to turn over a new leaf. He tosses that to Lopera. The cube rolls to the bright sunlight, tracing a shining arc. The girl reaches on cynically, tracking the arc as a small object down square in her palm. I was just about to remind you to return my die. She raised her head, looking up at Rodrigo's sunburned face. The latter is leaning down the exposed die. Other 2? You have good luck with dice. Yeah, it's weighted. She pulls her hand over the die, removing from her scrutinizing gaze. Coincidence. Ah, you let me call it. How did you know I'd bet high?
Hey!
I told you, it's coincidence. Sure. Rodrigo doesn't seem bothered by her trick. Be quicker to go for that hand next time, little birdie. I don't want to see a sweet girl like you getting roughed up over a bad bet. I've got a gun. There are things in this world that aren't afraid of guns, Senora. Who knows what kind of monsters are lurking out there? You don't really think that'll scare me, do you? You must always be prepared for the worst.
Come,
Good advice.
I'll take you to Sandro.
Okay, so part 1 was surprisingly short, and there's only 8 parts to this. So we might be able to finish things within um, the next 2 hours here. And then get to Mizuki's story quest. Here's open. Part 2. Finding Sandro. Lopera, you've entered the Rainforest. I'll change the voice. Lopera, you have entered the Rainforest. The dense foliage in the rainforest makes it easy to get lost. Every step requires careful consideration. Each move costs stamina, so make sure you reach your destination before you run out of energy. Let's start by heading due east. Azina supply point. Now desert thanks to the rebels. You can take anything you want and not need to file a single piece of paperwork. Using different solutions will lead to different outcomes. Some of this can be resolved by crafting the right item through use of alchemy. Your alchemy is not perfect, so you don't get the item you want. Just try a few more times. Proceed with caution, and carefully check everything on your way to your destination. Well, since I don't need to file any paperwork, so I'll take advantage this time. Loot every spot. Oof. Okay. So I wasted energy here. Do you really think the rebels wouldn't clean this place out before leaving? The heat and fatigue of the rainforest is affecting your judgment. Stamina cost +4. Oof. I got a huge debuff there. Oh. That went well. Bang. Did you hear that?
What?
A gunshot.
But with all the reverberation from these trees, it is impossible to tell from where or how far.
Don't look at me. I'm just an ordinary human, and no one at that. My hearing isn't so sharp. But gunshots are not uncommon here. It's always been like this, Lopera, and it's only gotten worse since the Apollos moved over the arrived. This is what makes life on the shore so unbearable, and why I escaped the water.
Yeah, and?
How is life on the water, Captain?
The old man looks away, back to the river. Before I came to Sao Paulo, I knew a man, older than even I am now. He lived beside the wide river, running a simple business, honest his whole life, beloved by his wife and son. And one day, he became another person, just like that, as if his mind switched with a flash of lightning. He went out and made a boat out of mimosa wood, the hard kind that never rots even in 100 years. The day he finished it, he took that boat out and never went ashore again. The day he moved to Sao Paulo, he was still there, floating on the water.
You're full of it, Rodrigo. You could at least try to make your story sound real.
Well, it's realistic enough in my eyes. To me, it's the rest of the world that feels like make-believe. Maybe he just fed up with his life and decided to leave it all behind. Maybe he didn't want to deal with the troubles of the land. Thought of doing the same myself, but I can't quite give it all up just yet. The man shook his head, giving the story a strange and abrupt ending. This isn't the time to reflect on old stories. He must find Sandro soon. Bang. A distant, almost unreal gunshot echoes through the rainforest.
Again?
I heard it too this time. A gun. The caliber sounds like the same gun that Sandro carries. We should hurry. He might be in danger. A tripodero stands in your way. Instead of wondering why the most precise hunter in the wilderness of the jungle, you should focus on avoiding getting knocked unconscious. I'm quite sure that shooting would have been the right choice. There we go. Small black dot like a pepper kernel. Lopera holds in her index finger and thumb, raising up to her eye. See anything? Looks like a little pill. Only one way we'll know what it does if we try it. I wouldn't recommend that. I had a cat once. It died from eating something it shouldn't have. I'm not a cat. She pops a little pepper kernel into her mouth.
Wait, don't do that.
Spit it out. Don't worry, I've got this. She crossed the mysterious pills in her molars. The reckless amateur out in his face across like a tourist biting fried ants for the first time. Ugh, que pesado. This taste. Like little needles pricking my nose. Ugh. The smell is all up in my nose. I can't seem to swallow it. Don't. And I feel a little dizzy. Oh,
Rodrigo!
why do you look so different? Yeah, don't need to change stuff off the ground.
Hmm?
Where am I?
You can't go out, Lopera.
Ah, flashback. Or hallucination. Papa? Why would I go out? Ah, right. I was going to the carnival.
Please, I'm only going to the carnival.
It's not safe outside.
But Nidia and Laura have already been to the carnival, and they said it was safe.
They didn't invite you, did they?
I don't know why. I wanted to join them there to see if we can clear up whatever's bugging them.
Nothing bad's going to happen there, Papa.
There are police there, and I'm old enough to go now. Please, we could go together.
I said you can't go, Lopera. You are not to go to that carnival.
Never. Why?
Don't question me on this. You are my daughter. You will obey.
Isn't this manor large enough for you to wreak havoc in?
There's nothing to do here. I want to go out. What are you doing? No! Please don't lock me in!
No!
Lopera, listen to me.
Stop. The two of them rest on the riverbank, but one has a clear advantage in strength.
What's going on?
Thank God.
You almost killed me, little birdie. That's what's going on. Luckily, you snapped out of it. You need to stop eating just any old thing that pops out of the boulder run.
Come. I'll take you to Sandro.
Now, some water first. Distant gunfire serves as a landmark, but the echoes in the forest can be overwhelming. Hope you have good hearing. Watch this carefully. You successfully discern the right direction. Hey, nice. This will be of great help in your follow exploration. Stamina cost -4. Alright, let's cast more bullets. And some fire pinatas. Well, these are all tools. Bear traps, smoke bombs, flashbangs. Let's head east. A shepherd with a bow, hunting for his lunch in the rainforest. He claims his father to the Paul's Brotherhood. Let's hunt together. Doesn't matter who the child's parents are. Right now, we're just going to enjoy a meal with an honest youngster. Also get our pinata trap back. There we go. Ooh, and a new item. Moth pinata. Hey, we're there. Nice. Long journeys necessitate a small talk to ease the nerves, and the older travelers, it seems, the more likely the topic turns to family.
Kid.
You never talk about your parents. You're not Brazilian, so what are you?
No. I'm originally from Colombia.
Bananas, coffee, and a military junta. Not so different, really. At least you won't get homesick. She has no desire to engage the old man's banter. In her heart, she feels far more nostalgia for the dry yellow steppes of Kazakhstan and for the country of her birth. Admiral Igor and his children did not have a fixed home.
Zeno is my home.
As for Colombia, Brazil, it doesn't matter. Rodrigo's not the space to turn down to inquire further.
How can Zeno be your home? It's just an army.
I would serve in the army too, really. It's no different from any other job. People from all over bunched together just trying to survive. Many years ago, someone told me, join the army, you'll make friends for life, and no one in Rio will dare look down on you again.
But,
But life after retirement is not good, and all those friends for life dried up in the end. But I heard someone say, go to Sao Paulo, the soda factory there pays in dollars. Your children will suffer no more. Not long after I arrived, the factory closed down. I didn't get my last month's wages. Worse, I found my co-workers taking it. Perhaps Rodrigo clapped his big hands together, as if we had a dramatic pause. One second, let me just clean my glasses. At the end of all of that, I finally understood. Family is the only thing that matters. No one else will ever truly care about you in this world. Once the war is over, once the factory closes, when you leave with empty hands and more than what you came with, and you worry every day about what your children will eat.
Wait.
You have children? Rodrigo sees his large hand lightly over Lopera's head.
of course.
Her daughter. She was about your age.
But she never made it out of Rio.
She died. I'm sorry. The man puts on a smile. It was my fault. I shouldn't have joined the army. And the cartel wouldn't have gone after her to get to me. But I know that she must be in heaven, because she used all her persuasion to get God to send into the boat.
See? She has blessed me already. Maybe that is why I want to live on, like that old man, just waiting for the day that my own mind will flick that switch.
But,
But now is not that day. I still need help to find with Sandro, don't I? Right. You need to find Sandro fast. Huh. Does the stamina remaining matter? Could I have used more? Hmm. I wonder. You can ring my